It's been a stressful past few days for the Nkwabias since their son Oheneba and another Rastafarian boy were refused admission to the school of their dreams. While his mates are in class learning, Oheneba has followed his mother and father to the Ghana Education Service as they negotiate the rest of his educational journey. But what has caused all this drama? His hair. Among the panel for the meeting were the Deputy Director General of the GES and the headmistress of the Achimota School. Entering through this door, it was the hope of the family that an earlier directive from the GES ordering the school to admit the boys with their dreadlocks would be upheld. But that was not the case after about an hour of dialogue.
He brought us here to see if we could make a compromise. So he spoke about the rules of the GES, and then she spoke about the rules. The headmistress spoke about the rules of the school. So I asked to speak because he eventually was saying that we should cut the child's locks. And I told him, I said, no, categorically, no, that's totally impossible. Then he went on to ask the principal, the headmistress, if she would make a compromise with the parent, and she said no. So I told him I'm going to court, because if there is no law in this land, if the school rules is above the Constitution, then let us see what the court has to say. It's a defiance. She outrightly told, I started to laugh, because it was just so funny to see that the headmaster is telling the GES that they are doing whatever they feel like doing. So the GES has no muscle. What is the purpose of the GES if they cannot bring some kind of resolution to this issue? And that's one of the reasons why I didn't take the child to school, because I did not want them to disrespect my child again when we go there and sack him from the school a second time. That is why I didn't go. I wanted to get an official response from the GES before I move in there. And I'm so happy I didn't go in there, because if you look at the faces of these women and their attitude and mannerism, it's not something that is very welcoming. Look at how they walk past here and look at their attitude when they were in there. They were very arrogant and condescending in their.
The mother of his son, Mana Myers, says she is heartbroken by the posture of the school against her boy.
I'm quite disappointed because there was no room for compromise. They were only insisting that we cut the boy's hair, right? So I even asked, is there any compromise where we can even tie the hair a certain way where it will not look disgusting as people perceive it, that he can put it in a very decent way, if I can put it in a better word. And they said no, so there was no room for any compromise. I felt it was a PR stunt. That's how I saw it, like something to maybe bring down the whole how do I say, sensationalism or whatever that was going on around it. That was how I felt. And interestingly, it have kind of played out to what I was thinking.
In effect, the two boys can still not be admitted at the Achimota School until they cut their dreadlocks. With all this brouhaha, Mana confesses that her attention has been drawn to the possible stigma her son will face if admitted, but says 16-year-old Oheneba Nkwabia would be up for it.
He's a child who is used to attention and, all these perceptions that people have and, funny things that people say. So it wouldn't be a problem for him. He will live up to the challenge because he's used to, that kind of situation.
While the families head to court, Vaswad Nkwabia has resolved to find another school for his son in the meantime.
Well, we'll find another school for him in the meantime. We'll find some other means of education for him in the meantime while this battle is going on, because I am not going to compromise on this issue because of the fact that they are putting their personal and religious feelings into the whole thing, right? Look at all these women. They're all wearing wigs. They're all wearing all kinds of artificial stuff. So they are anti the natural aspect of what they are seeing.
Indeed, while the grown-ups clash with each other, Oheneba's dreams of ever attending the Achimota School seems to be drifting away. He says he will accept his fate and go to another school.
I don't think it's a good thing because they don't want me to be in the school with my dreadlocks, and they are saying I should cut it. It's my identity, it's my way of life, my culture. So I don't think it's right. I've not yet thought of, but if Accra Academy or Laboni are willing to take me, I'll go.
Meanwhile, attempts to get official communication on the outcome of the meeting from the GES and the Achimota headmistress proved futile. As discussions with school authorities and management of the GES has hit a snag, the educational prospects of these two Rastafarian boys seem bleak. But what next would be the new angle to this story? It seems the court will decide. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Ni Ama.